start the day by making announcements for the Order of Merit. Our first Order of Merit goes to Mr. Arindam Lahiri, CEO, Automotive Skills Development Council for World Bank I-Star Program, School to Employment. Mr. Lahiri.
Thank you. Thank you all. I think it's a great honor and privilege to be part of the SKOCH family and getting recognized for the work that we are doing. And we look forward to more engagement with the youth of this country to ensure their livelihoods and connections, especially in the context of the pandemic as well as the imminent third wave that you've been talking about. Thank you very much for this recognition. On behalf of ASDC, I thank you all for giving us this opportunity.
Mr. Lahiri, if I may ask you, you are into skill development, and employment is something which is what you would like to protect. And in the wake of COVID and the third wave, 2 waves have already been so bad. So how is it that you are gearing up yourself so that there is minimum damage, or maybe there is none?
Yeah, so the major challenge has been the access to learning, and especially, with all the training centers, physical training centers being under lockdown, access to learning is one of the key priorities for us. We geared up in terms of having digital content available, at least to keep the learning going. We are looking at ways of getting better on this digital engagements. Continuous engagement with the students in terms of webinars, etc. And in terms of the connect to the employer, now the focus has shifted to virtual job fairs, which is, unless that kind of platform is available to youngsters, they will not be able to connect to the employers otherwise, because you don't go physically, at least in the first few rounds of discussion of interviews in today's context. So these are some of the key initiatives. The objective is to ensure that the learners are still connected to the potential employers, and that can connect them to the livelihood.
Excellent, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I move on to invite Mr. Anil Kumar D'Souza, Deputy General Manager, Bangalore Electricity Supply Company Limited, for design and development of integrated distribution transformer metering and protection panel. Do we have Mr. D'Souza with us? Mr. Srinath C.K., Deputy General Manager, Bangalore Electricity Supply Company Limited, for solar PV integration with EVSE and energy storage with dynamic charging.
So, hi, my name is Mr. Vishal.
Hi.
So I am on behalf of my Deputy General Manager. So on behalf of BESCOM, I thank the SKOCH Group for giving us this opportunity to demonstrate our innovative project. So basically, we have been into EV charging infrastructure for past 3 years, and we are now the state nodal agency for Karnataka. And this project has really helped us to prepare e-mobility to utilize purely a green source of energy for having a totally clean environment. So yeah, I thank once again the SKOCH Group for this Order of Merit, and hope we'll be making through the final awards.
Congratulations to you, and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Center for Development of Advanced Computing, Kolkata. I invite Mr. Tamal Day for Bisham Darshan, a machine vision solution for color analysis of Tussar silk yarn.
Yeah, thank you, SKOCH Group for the
We have your video, please. Can we have your video?
Yeah, hello. Yes. Yeah, I thank you to SKOCH Group to give me this Order of Merit to make to semi-final, and I thank you to CDAC team who has jointly developed. The whole team has developed the solution, and the the domain of silk industry, who has helped our this solution for development during the project. Okay, I thank you all, and again, once again, I thank you, the SKOCH Group, for giving me this award. Thank you.
If I may ask you, during the pandemic, because the raw material is something which will come from outside, and since you are a research and development organization, so did it get impacted? Did it get impacted?
Yes, definitely.
And how is it that you want to maintain the continuity so that the activities carry on?
Yes, actually, we have developed the solution in our office, and we have already deployed the solution in field, and they are using it currently. So this is in very rural areas, like the rural villages in Bihar, Banka districts, and all this rural area has already using this solution, and we have already developed in our office. So I think it has not impacted, this pandemic has not impacted this this delivery or this work.
Principal Secretary, Government of West Bengal, for Project Silpasathi Single Window System.
Hi, this is Swaroop. I'm representing on behalf of Sri Rajesh Pandey. I'm Joint Secretary in the Department of MSME and Textiles. I thank SKOCH Group for recognizing our effort and showcasing it here. And we feel privileged to be a part of SKOCH family and getting the Order of Merit. Thank you.
Mr. Swaroop, particularly when we talk about Silpasathi, this has gone from notch to notch. It has scaled all across the state. When it started maybe 3 or 4 years ago, the situation is totally different today. So how is it that it has helped you, both in terms of clearances, the ease of doing business, particularly during pandemic? How did it come in handy?
Yeah, particularly during the pandemic period, where the Silpasathi is basically getting all licenses at one place. It's a one-stop shop. So particularly when people movements are restricted, the complete online portal helps people to get the licenses on their doorstep. And what we have done this year in our single window licensing system is that we have tweaked it in such a way that the renewals are auto renewals and real time, so that the people just pay the fee and get their licenses. So it has been of great help and of great convenience in getting industrial licenses to the doorsteps of the industrialists and entrepreneurs.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next one also goes to you for e-Nathikaran, which is e-preparation and e-submission of deeds.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you.
What is this? What does this project do?
This project basically, this is a registration without physical touch point. That is, without going to the registration office, you can do a e-registration. That is this ED for industries. We are focusing on industries because this was under a ease of doing business mandate. So we do schedule the appointments for registration online, and we do the registration online. So that is all about this.
Great. Do keep up the good work.
Yeah.
And here's the third one. Auto renewal of certificates for enlistment through online system for urban areas of the state.
Yeah, this has been quite helpful during the pandemic period, because people cannot visit offices to renew their certificates. Trade license is a basic document for a number of licenses. So for every commercial activity in state of West Bengal, this trade license is required. So we had just before the pandemic, we had made this auto renewal, and this has benefited lakhs and lakhs of micro enterprises, especially who like not able to visit offices for licenses.
So another one for the government of West Bengal, online issuance of trade licenses in the rural areas of the state. So you have covered both urban as well as rural.
Yeah, rural area was a bit of challenge because of the internet connectivity and all that. But we were able to do this for rural areas also, and it has benefited very micro enterprises, a lot of micro enterprises.
It been also rolled out throughout the state, or some?
Yeah, it has been rolled out throughout the state.
And what has been the response so far during the first two waves? Because you said that you started immediately just before the onset.
Yeah, the response has been very good. In fact, we find it difficult to cope up with the response also, because it is so much of online licenses they have applied during the pandemic period. So this trade license is a basic license for micro enterprises. So a lot of micro enterprises have benefited from this.
And now invite Mr. P.K. Das, ACS Power Utilities, Haryana, for revival work of PT cubicle, GD panel and isolated phase bus duct of generator in Unit 1 at Hisar.
I believe Haryana Power Generation Corporation Limited. I thank all experts our effort in this project, and we are very happy, and we are getting this award.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Apurva Roy, General Manager, Transport Aircraft Division from HAL Kanpur, for avionics part task trainer for Dornier BO228 aircraft.
I am Apurva Roy, General Manager, TAD Kanpur. Respected all dignitaries present here, a very good morning to all of you. I am very much thankful to SKOCH Group for giving us the opportunity to showcase our creative work at this extreme platform. Avionics Part Task Trainer, APTT, is a touch panel and joystick-based training device for budding Dornier 228 aircraft pilots and maintenance personnel to aid in their basic avionics familiarization training. In country, we have a fleet of 150 plus Dornier 228 aircraft that are being operated by our defense forces like IAF, Navy, and Coast Guard. We perceived an idea to provide them ground-based avionics system training device before exposing them for actual training on the real aircraft. This takes a lot of aircraft time, which is time-consuming and costlier. Also, it reduces a lot of risk during actual aircraft training. This ready-to-use device can be operated 24/7 to fulfill demanding training needs of the pilot. We have designed this device to cater the different cockpit avionics configuration, which vary for different customers. So unlike most of the simulation devices available worldwide, this device has roll-on and roll-off kind of software controlled cockpit avionics configuration. APTT software as well as structure is in-house designed and developed by HA. We are again thankful to SKOCH for recognizing our effort, and we are sure that with the creative simulation device, we will be able to enrich our defense forces with safer, cost-effective, and more efficient training environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Roy, and congratulations to you all.
Thank you.
We have the next one also going to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Nashik, for development of innovative repair technology for LRU declared as non-repairable by Russian original equipment manufacturer. Mr. Saket Chaturvedi, General Manager.
Good morning. Good morning, jury of 74th SKOCH Award 2021 and all connected virtually. I am Saket Chaturvedi, General Manager, HAL Overhaul Division, Nashik, I thank jury for giving an opportunity to speak few lines, sir. We are engaged here in overhaul of 230 aircraft, which is a fourth generation aircraft for Indian Air Force. This aircraft is being overhauled under the transfer of technology from Russia. We had about 145 types of LRUs, which are aggregates used on the aircraft, which were declared as non-repairable. That means no technology was given, and we were told to replace these parts if they are found faulty. It was a big bottleneck, and a lot of money was involved, and there were a lot of delays. And because of COVID, it was further worsened. So our team has taken up 22 rotables, which were regularly failing and which were major bottlenecks. So these particular rotables which were which were purchased from Russia, we developed a technology to repair them. Also, the spares which were required have been developed indigenously, and also the test programs and test schedules, they were also very critical. They were developed, and they are approved by the government agency, that is Regional Center for Military Airworthiness and DGAQA. These are government bodies who have also approved this technology, and now we are repairing them in-house. And this has resulted in reduction of the cycle time. We are able to churn out the aircraft faster, and we are able to give it in very short time of 12 months to 15 months aircraft, which used to take 22 months, sir. And has saved, one set itself cost around 1 crore. We are giving as a cash outflow in a foreign currency, which has been a big saving here. So I thank jury for giving me an opportunity to speak a few words on this, sir. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Excellent. And now invite Indra Mohan Sahu, Executive Director, HAL, Koraput. Indigenization of test rigs and equipment for capacity augmentation of aero engine overhauling.
Good morning. It's a great honor for us to be part of the SKOCH family and consider for semi-finalist for the SKOCH Order of Merits for indigenization of test rigs and equipment for our overall and manufacturing capacity enhancement for fighter jet engines. In our country, we at HAL Koraput are responsible for manufacturing and overhauling of the fighter jet engines for Russian origin. In the process of overhauling and manufacturing of this engine, we need various equipments. Some equipments are standard, some equipments are non-standards, and this test rigs falls under the category of non-standard equipments. During the COVID situation, most of these test rigs were imported from Russia under technology transfer. And when we import these rigs from Russia under technology transfer, it comes as a package, and the details about the rigs were not available. The detailed mechanism of the rigs, the detailed components available in the rigs, the detailed diagram of the rigs, manufacturing diagram to the component level were not available. As a result of this, always when we need an additional testing or to overhaul a testing or to repair a testing, we have to depend on the original equipment manufacturer. In the COVID situation, this was having a lot of problem. We were not getting the spares, we were not getting the equipment quotation also to buy. A lot of delay, there were a lot of escalation in the price. We took a decision to indigenize all those rigs. In the process, we have to struggle a lot to find suitable Indian vendors who can do it, because these test rigs were only one of its own. It has to be made only once. One is required, one has to be made. With a lot of difficulties, we source the vendors, we manufacture more than 100 rigs in-house. In-house means within our country, as a process of indigenizing and becoming self-sufficient to overcome any type of situation, so that our country is well prepared to meet any type of eventuality as far as fighter jet engines of the Russian engines are considered. We manufactured those rigs, tested these rigs, and we have put them into our use. In that process, we were not only self-sufficient, not only we saved in time, but also we saved a lot of money of the tune of 100 crores. Thank you very much for giving us opportunity to speak few words on this.
Well, it is heartening to note the details that you shared with us, Mr. Sahu. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The next one also goes to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Bangalore. General Manager Mr. S. Krishna Kumar for implementation of manufacturing process for arrestor hook platform, LCA Navy aircrafts.
Good morning to all of you. I am grateful to SKOCH for having conferred this order of merit on us. And I will give you a very small brief on what this is all about. The LCA Navy is the first indigenously manufactured aircraft which is capable of short takeoff but arrested landing, so that it can operate on the decks of our aircraft carrier. So this essentially, the arrested landing part of it is basically achieved through an arrestor hook which is on the aircraft, which gets deployed when it is coming for landing, and grips a steel cable on the deck of the ship on the carrier, so that you arrest the landing within the space available on the deck. So this arrestor hook system was completely designed in-house by Aircraft Research and Design Center HAL, in-house, and the essence of its success depends on the accuracy with which we manufacture it and integrate it into the aircraft. So we had a young team who did the manufacturing process, who laid down the manufacturing process and manufactured it in our numerical computer machine shop. And this was integrated into the LCA Navy prototype aircraft and was successfully proven on the LCA Navy prototype, which did 18 landings on the INS Vikramaditya, which is a record of sorts because it is the first time in India that an indigenous aircraft landed on an aircraft carrier. So I am once again grateful to SKOCH for having conferred us this order of merit. I am sure such awards will definitely motivate our young team to do more and more wonderful things first time right in this country. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to you and the entire team. Absolutely. Move on to invite Mr. J. Venkataramu, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer from India Post Payments Bank for doorstep delivery of digital life certificate. Jeevan Pramar.
Very good morning to the SKOCH Group and to the entire jury for giving us this opportunity to be part of the SKOCH Awards for the second time in a row. Doorstep delivery of digital life certificate is a very unique product developed by our team, led by Mr. Srijit Nair under the guidance of Mr. J. Venkataramu, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of India Post Payments Bank. And we thank you for bestowing this honor on India Post Payments Bank.
Congratulations. Kerala State IT Mission, Mr. Chandrasekhar S., Director for Muneram Digitalize, a social media campaign during COVID. NTPC Limited for organizational turnaround using digital initiatives during COVID, Mr. M.R. Kulasekhara Perumal, Senior Manager. Paschim Gujarat Witch Company Limited, Mr. Jasmine Gandhi for business process re-engineering initiative on revenue.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Gaurav Waghela, Deputy Engineer, Research and Development, as well as Energy Manager. Unfortunately, our Justin sir is not present due to unfortunate meeting with government. Sir, we are first of all thankful to SKOCH Group to organizing this type of award ceremony, even though in this pandemic situation. Sir, our the business process engineering initiative in revenue side. Sir, the very subjective are the consumer satisfaction through best services, revenue enhancement, recovery of all usage, revenue leakages, and 100% collection efficiency. Sir, we have mitigated all the leakages, all the problems through business process engineering. We have developed the collection through 12 mode of payment, as well as we have implemented 21 different type of system to increase our revenue. Because of physical area is scattered and around square kilometer, 1 lakh square kilometer area, as well as more than 6 lakh live consumer. So we are very thank you very much, sir.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Rajesh Kumar, Additional Chief Secretary, Maharashtra Rural Development Department, Liability Register Payment System.
You can hear me? Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you for giving this SKOCH Jury Award, and it's very honorable to me for taking this opportunity. Yeah, and thanks to SKOCH and jury members for this opportunity. Thank you.
So how are you prepared for the third wave? Are you?
Yes, we are prepared. As a manufacturing, we already started preparing on the pandemic. Next third pandemic, this thing should be, we have to be precaution. All the employees should put the vaccination jab, and all the vendors who are allowed only the vaccination when your jab has been injected. So that is the major thing we are looking at.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's Sushila Yadav, Joint Director, Watershed Development and Soil Conservation Department, Rajasthan. Integrated Watershed Development under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana.
Yeah, good morning to all. I'm thankful to SKOCH family for recognizing our work and all those who have promoted us to the stage. Under this project, what we did was we identified the water harvesting structures, the wasteland development works, and the soil conservation works using the latest technologies like GIS, remote sensing, and the mobile applications. This project impacted some 12,000 resource farmers of 12,000 villages of the dry state of Rajasthan. And also, this was for the first time that these 3.82 lakh structures were constructed in a period of just 3 years. And under this program, it was not only the one department which worked for water harvesting, but there was all 9 departments of the government who are engaged in watershed management, in water harvesting. They came to the same platform, utilized their own funds, and effectively used these funds of their scheme and constructed these 3.82 lakh structures. These structures not only impacted the life of the resource poor farmers of the rain-fed area, and we all know that Rajasthan is the driest state of the country, but they also played very important role in recharging the groundwater. We all know water is a very scarce resource nowadays. So in these areas where these works were carried out, some 4.44 feet average increase was seen in the groundwater table, and also some agriculture production land was increased. The water harvesting structures resulted into increased crop production of the farmers. They also prevented the soil erosion, which was leading to siltation in the downstream structures. And also these water bodies that have been created, they all are available in the public domain. The key point in this whole project was the technologies that were used. The technologies like satellite images, the drone surveys, and the drone surveys of the resolution of 5 centimeters. This was the first time that has been done, that like you are working in a rural area, in a remote village where signal is also a problem, but we could manage the tagging of all these 3.82 lakh structures at different stages. Like if you see the portal, there are 10 lakh structures because there were multiple times these were captured. So 10 lakh structures are currently available on the website. So basically, this resulted into not only the cost effectiveness, but also increased the transparency and effectiveness of the structures. Because earlier what used to happen was that we could not track whether the field, all the areas have been covered now, but because of this mobile app, we could track the field functionalities of these 10 line department, where they are moving in the field, are they interacting with the farmers, are they proposing the structures at the correct location or not. So the results of this program has been very encouraging, and now even in this has been replicated in many other programs, and especially now this is mandatory for every scheme to have geotagging of the work. So basically it was a program for the rain-fed area farmers who do not have the irrigation facilities, and the production levels are very low. So they have impacted the life of the rural farmers of 12,000 villages. I'm very thankful to SKOCH family. SKOCH awards are very prestigious awards, and if our work is recognized at this stage, it is it's a encouragement for us. So thank you very much, and I hope this thing would be highlighted that in the dry state, so many structures are changing the life of the farmers. Thank you very much.
Excellent, Sushilaji. This is an amazing work. It's going to go a long way in helping the farmers and increasing not only their production, but also to do with the a lot of forecasting, which is what comes combined along with that. Well, congratulations to you and the entire.
Thank you.
Well, that brings us to the end of the announcement of the first round of semi-finalist SKOCH Order of Merit.